Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Pretty Little Liars, Season 6, Episode 9, Last Dance. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, April.
Hola.
How's it going?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Sore. It's too much time at the gym?
Yes.
But
yes. I could not give up my gym time, so I'll deal with being sore.
No, I still need to come down to your gym and hold the boombox blasting Eye of the Tiger.
Do it. I'm waiting.
Maybe even the Rocky theme, you know. So
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, it'll happen when you least expect it.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of this episode?
It was interesting. It was good. I'm just more excited for tomorrow's episode than I care about last week.
Yes.
I mean, I want the answers.
I mean, a lot happened this episode, but not a lot happened at the same time.
Right.
It was very eventful, action-packed, but there wasn't a whole lot of actual going-ons.
Right, it was all, like, lead up.
Yeah, a lot of it was spent on, like, the prom drama.
Mm-hmm. Which, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go into what the spoilers actually were, because we do have a podcast involving those spoilers, the Reddit ones. Right. But, one of the big ones that was in that spoiler thing was that Clark ended up being gay, which turned out to not be true. That is not the secret he's been holding. So I would like to officially debunk that whole Reddit post. That's not to say who they claimed to be is false, but not for the reasons they stated, and, you know... I mean, the person made an educated guess, and it's
definitely.
Very
a lot of it was that they got, I wouldn't even say correct, because a lot of the things that have happened were similar, but not similar enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he just, made a very good guess. It was stuff that anybody could have seen coming.
Yeah, a lot of educated guesses and a lot of stuff that was in synopsises. Like, he probably just read ahead of the synopsis.
And then made educated guesses and fill-ins to make it seem.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to him. He had people talking about everything for a while, so.
He did. It was worthy of us to even do a podcast on, so, you know.
So, yeah, kudos.
Bravo. But Clark ended up revealing that he was, in fact, an undercover cop.
Right.
So.
Which I was getting suspicious of him last podcast. I was saying that I thought he was part of the A-team. So, I mean, kudos to Clark for keeping that a secret.
Yeah, and then that brings into the fact Reese, who we saw again this episode kind of show up at the De Laurentiis house, he met up with Clark last episode. So I wonder if Reese is the one that hired Clark.
Could be. Yeah, you know, I did think that was a little weird because I don't know what's going on with Reese, you know. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to maybe find out some more about that.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, before all the prom drama, well, I guess as the prom drama was going on, Ezra, Arya's mother came in and told Arya that she, in fact, won the photo contest.
Right.
So, she will be going to California.
We kind of saw that coming.
In the future, yeah.
I don't know. She wasn't too excited about it.
No.
She's kind of scared. I mean,
she's definitely scared. Yeah. But and then they had their little barn prom thing that was going on.
Yeah, that was really, really lame. I mean, sorry.
Is that the first time? I think we've at least seen it one other time, but it's the first time I think we've seen as much of the barn as we have.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a lot of it. We've seen
actually pretty nice in there.
Yeah. You know? I would live in the barn.
Yeah, I don't blame Melissa and Ren for living in there for some time.
No. God, no.
No, but so Ezra ends up going to barn prom because he's like, yeah, I don't have any problem going to the prom with you. Because the reason I didn't want to go is to share a punch bowl with a bunch of my former students. don't blame him. We
Right.
even thought that was awkward when it was presented to him 2 episodes ago.
Right.
So,
I was kind of happy he went to barn prom.
yeah, no, it was really nice. But then Arya ends up intercepting Ezra's flight change notification on his phone.
Right.
She's being super creepy and like checking his phone. Like, okay, it lit up. Why do you have to read the text message? You know.
Right.
She's
I mean,
just,
I don't know. Can you really blame her with
yes.
everything that's going on? No, screw that. It's on the screen with everything that's happened in her life. I would be reading that. I might have even snuck into his phone and read a little bit more. Like, who is this guy? He's following me now. Like,
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not the kind of person. I don't care. Like, zero fucks
in real
given.
life, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Not in my real life.
Yeah, maybe in her situation. I don't know exactly what I would do. I'd probably still say that I'm gonna stay true to me, but I can't say for certain. I mean, if anybody out there wants to like stalk me and do stuff, no, actually, I take that back. Don't do that.
Not it.
I don't know for sure what I would do. Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. I'm gonna lean toward wouldn't. But
If you get a stalker, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
please don't. Whoever's thinking about it right now, don't do it. Just don't. It'd be really bad. But when she finally confronted Ezra, and she's like, I don't want you coming to California with me. And he
Right.
looked genuinely confused. So...
Right. And then he explained it. He like we thought is definitely doing the Habitat for Humanity, right?
Yeah,
right?
something
That's what
along
they're doing.
those lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those charity
Yep.
things.
So it's a layover flight. It's cool.
Right.
So seems like the time jump will 100% be coming into effect after tomorrow's episode 10. So, but while they're at barn prom,
Speak.
yes, barn prom. That's a little bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, a little bit.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Okay, good for you. I'm not gonna attempt that.
Barn prom. That's hard to say. Not really. But while they're there, they're going through the photos, and they end up seeing Allie. It's like, I just want to know who is at their prom Instagramming pictures or Snapchatting them or whatever they're doing. Like, I could see,
I mean, like
I
with
could see
today's
the
social
before.
media, like maybe, but like that was just like way too much. Like
Yeah.
there was like every photo you could, every angle, every photo you could imagine taking at prom was posted online. Like ain't nobody doing that. They're
Yeah.
actually like they're probably drunk at that point, like about to puke up their dinner.
Like, it looked like they were going through some sort of like prom feed, and it's like
Right.
going through, like, are they on Twitter using like hashtag Rosewood prom and like
Prom.
going through it, or
I don't know.
or is it something that schools do now? Is they instantly throw them on some kind of social media?
That's kind of scary.
It is. I don't know. I'm glad I never went to my
No
prom.
wonder why these girls have stalkers.
Yeah, but so they see Allie and they end up deciding to go. What did you think of the whole fairy tale prom? I thought it was kind of cool.
I was like, whoa, if I had a prom like that, that would be awesome. Like my prom was like some sparkly lights and like, I mean, nothing spectacular. Like that was a themed prom.
Yeah, that I probably would have went to my prom if that was the case.
Yeah, that was dope. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we didn't even Back to the Future it up and have the fish under the sea dance or whatever they had. Like we just had like, I'm assuming regular streamers and sparkly lights and stuff,
I don't even think we had streamers at my prom. Like sparkly lights, fake cocktails, good dinner. I'll give them that.
Did somebody spike the punch bowl?
No, but I had nippers.
There you go. I know somebody spiked the punch bowl at the Halloween party, which I did go to, the Halloween dance or whatever. So that was interesting, but yeah. But this prom was pretty cool. Arya went as Snow White. Emily went as the Black Swan. Hannah just went as a generic fairy tale princess, and I don't know what the hell Spencer was thinking. I have absolutely no clue.
No. I did think Arya's outfit was really cute, though.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was like...
I don't think it was prom attire.
Well, for a fairy tale theme prom, I think it worked fine, but I don't think it was like enough to be like, ooh, I'm keeping this a secret. Shh, don't look at my prom dress. Like, she
She
hyped
didn't
that
want
up way
anybody
more.
else to be Snow White.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. She hyped
Yeah,
that
no,
up
she
way too
definitely
much.
did hype it up. I will agree. That
But
was.
I don't think
And
Allie.
Allie's dress was really ugly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
I'm
what she was
actually
going
Allie
for.
looked really ugly
Yeah,
in general. That girl should just stick in her regular clothes. She
yeah,
looks better.
she definitely does. She definitely does. But A
Sounds
ended
lovely
up
me.
going as Red Riding Hood, which we
Which was
saw.
it made sense though. There was so many people in red hoods. Like,
There was a lot. There's like,
yeah.
I
So
mean,
it made
when
sense for him to not easily be seen, but able to make sure they're there and get them where he wants, you know?
I was just surprised at the amount of Red Riding Hoods that were there, and I was like, I don't know. When I think of fairy tales, Little Red Riding Hood is definitely not one of the first ones that pops to my mind.
No.
So I don't know.
100% agree there.
But it was kind of cool, Little Red Riding Hood, and then leading, Allison away, kind of like Big Bad Wolf kind of scenario,
Right. Yeah.
through the woods, Grandma's house, whatever. So
Hmm.
didn't really go to Grandma's house, but you know what I mean.
No, they did not.
Yes, but Ezra, Caleb, Toby. I was surprised Toby showed up, and Sarah. I kind of figured that would end up happening. They all showed up. I don't think they were really
Right.
fairy tale themed out, but I
No.
mean, they were just in regular tuxes. So
I was actually quite happy with Caleb showing up, may I add. I
yeah,
really thought he was going to blow it off, and like you could tell it meant something to Hannah, and I felt really bad for her. I was
hmm
starting to think he was a bit shady taking that computer, but clearly not so shady.
yeah. He came back, and after a dance with Hannah, he revealed that he was uh, going for an interview for some kind of cybersecurity job, and it's legit and all that. And the fact that he had to be secretive about it had me worried.
Right.
The fact that he can't really talk about it and signed all these non-disclosure agreements and whatever, mumbo jumbo, but he's insisting it's a real company makes me think it's not. But he doesn't know that, or he's still lying. One of the two. He's gotten better at it.
Oh, well,
So
yeah. I mean, I'm hoping he's not lying, and I'm hoping it's not a fake company because he was saying, didn't he say something about it would like pay her tuition? Did,
yes, he did.
yes, so that would be able to give them their time jump.
Yep, and allow them to get out of Rosewood and
Right.
all
So
that.
that's what I was hoping for with that instead
Yeah,
of it being all fake.
yeah. That's not to say it won't come into play later. Um,
Right. No,
but
you're
I
right.
think for now, it's legit. But shady things may go on with it later.
Touche.
But while they were supposed to be in the barn, the parents, all the
Oh,
mothers, I should say,
yes. Hmm.
decided to have their own little party inside.
Hmm.
Got white girl wasted,
Yeah, they did.
and uh, what's her name? Spencer's mom.
Oh,
Can't think of it. So Spencer's mom ended up.
God, why can neither of us think of this?
She's not around enough for me to care. I mean, she's probably around
No.
more than all the other mothers, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I
I
don't.
just
I
can't think of
think
her name.
I think Ella is like the only one that I actually know. Um, Ashley is that Hannah's mom?
Hannah's mom, yeah.
And I don't know Emily's mom's name.
Yeah, me either.
Totally blanking on those. But
Okay.
but Spencer's mom, anyway, she gets drunk, tells the story about Jason not being, her
Right.
her kid, or yeah,
All the other mothers are all surprised.
yeah. So kind of spilled the beans, and then Arya's mom was basically like, "Ah, been there, done that," and
Yeah.
so that kind of escalated quickly, and this all turned into let's go confront Kenneth. I actually know
Right.
Hannah, Allison's father's name. Wow, that's a shock because I don't know anybody's names. But yeah, Kenneth. They go
I
over
was
to Mr. De Laurentiis' house and try to confront him. He's nowhere to be found.
Which is weird.
I mean, the envelope's out, the scotch is out. It looked like he
Yes.
left in a hurry, or
Yes.
something bad happened.
Right. Which, I mean, in the town of Rosewood, I might be thinking something bad happened,
Yeah.
especially with Charles. I don't
Yes.
know. So,
And then Reese shows up
which is even weirder. Why is he there?
and just
Like, I mean,
decides to
he
let
says,
himself in.
right, like I know the door was left open because they didn't want to shut it, but like if you're just going there because like his this guy's wife donated a ton of money to the company, like what are you who are you to let yourself in? I do not think so. You need to back up, sir, take a few steps out that door.
Yeah.
Like, what? I was
So,
really like stunned that he even had the balls to walk in. And all the mothers then say he looks like a De Laurentiis. They
right.
are calling him Charles.
Right. So I believe he probably had more to do with uh, Mrs. De Laurentiis. I can't think of her name now all of a sudden. But we know that she donated to that charity quite a bit.
Right.
So I'm sure he knows the De Laurentiis name.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not related, whatever. But so he's probably really familiar with the family. May even know Kenneth personally. So I guess letting himself in might not be too far of a stretch. And then if he is tied with Clark, as in hiring him for some private eye investigation, it doesn't make him as shady as we think he is. But to all the moms, he was super shady, and we've already seen the girls jump to the conclusion that that's Charles.
Right. And now
So
the moms are coming
yeah,
on board. But like they
there's
say
no
that
way.
it's somebody that's been in so many times, and this guy has not been.
No.
So there's no way that he's going to be Charles. That would be way too easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I want to know who that guy is.
I
Like,
mean,
why do you look like a De
I mean,
Laurentiis?
unless that the the De Laurentiis family had a third child, you know,
That they have secret still. Like,
they could.
I mean, they could. I don't even
I mean,
know. The
Jason could
De
have had a twin.
Laurentiis.
Jason could have had a twin when he was younger
Mm-hmm.
and given up before all this even went on.
Touche.
I mean, I don't really know. I'm just taking a stab in the dark. I don't think that's right, but
I don't know. I'm just.
there's still the thing that eats away at me is where
They need to answer
Jason
that
was
for me.
going. Yeah, I want to know where Jason was going last season when he went to that apartment building. He was super shady, and he just like went over there, and then Spencer tried to get in, and she was basically stopped at the door, and we never found out why Jason went to whatever building it was. And I was
I'm
convinced
trying to
Jason.
think of this episode, and I don't
It
remember.
was like a story arc that spread out across 3 or 4 episodes. And I was convinced that Jason had a twin that he knew about, and all that. So that's what I thought he was doing, and I thought they were
Okay.
interchanging, and I thought one could have ended up being Charles, but I wasn't too far off with the theory of a De Laurentiis child being Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize it was going to be another son that wasn't
Right. A
so
twin.
yeah,
Well, we all expected the twin theory because of the books and what they leaked online. So, I mean,
right,
from the books, like, but I guess, I mean, shows are different.
yeah,
They want to switch things up, keep us on our toes.
yep. So the final scene, we see A reveals himself to Allison.
Which you so freaking called last week, and I said you were probably right because they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna need to keep it going till the mid break of the season.
Right.
So,
So I have a huge theory on who I think it is. Before I get to that, I want to read the synopsis for next week,
okay.
or tomorrow, I should say, which is
Yeah, I know,
called.
right?
We ended up doing this podcast a little late this week. We had,
Just a
real
little
life
bit.
came up, but so episode is called Game Over Charles. It says after 3 years of being tormented by A, the liars finally. Oh, 3 years. Remember we were talking about. We couldn't figure
Yeah.
out the time thing. I know we did have a comment. I forget who it was now off the top of my head. But there was a comment about 4 or 5 videos back where the person actually explained the timeline.
Okay.
So once again, shout out. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name off the top of my head, but shout out for that. And then confirmation here in the final synopsis. After 3 years of being tormented
Right.
by A, the liars finally unmask Big A and find out why he tormented them. Who killed Toby's mother? Who hit Allison in the head with the rock the night she went missing? Who is Redcoat? Who killed Bethany? Who is Black Widow? Why has A been targeting the Pretty Little Liars this time? After years of torture, Allison, Arya, Emily, Hannah, and Spencer finally come face to face with their tormentor and learn the story of how and why Charles became A. So, we're supposedly getting everything.
Does this I can't wait. I cannot wait.
From what I understand, the episode is going to open with the reveal. That's what I've heard. We're going to find out immediately, and then we're going to hear Charles' story throughout the rest of it and explain everything. And then from there, I think the last scene is going to be them returning home from the time jump. And all meet up in Rosewood after, I think they said the time jump was going to even be somewhat along the line of 5 years.
I think I've heard that, so I think you're right.
So, if that is the case, everybody coming back to meet, I think the perfect thing, excuse the fire engine, I don't know.
I was like, do I hear that?
Yeah, they're going to put a fire out. Let them, whatever. They're doing their job.
Let them do the job.
Yeah, exactly. But at 5 years...
If there's any hot firemen, find one for me.
But after 5 years time jump, I could see the way, because I got to keep the show going. So
right,
you can't
so there's going to be...
You can't do a season...
I'm back, bitches, or something.
Yeah, you can't do a season and a half without A.
Right.
So we're going to get another message. I think that's how the season's going to end. And then when it comes back in January, or this half season, when it comes back in January, we're going to have to deal with this all over again. And have more questions and all this. So, but, okay, so.
Who is your...
Who do you think is A?
I'm torn.
Okay.
I kind of want to believe it's Ren.
Okay.
But there was somebody else. I can't think of who it is. Oh, Noel.
Yes.
So, that was the other thing. I tagged you in something, and it was like, it's no lie. And everybody on there was like, it's no lie, it's Noel. Like, it's something that everybody kept on picking up on, and that's something that I saw. And I read somebody's comment. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it kind of made sense what they were saying about Noel. We've seen him a lot, so technically, he's in the running, but I don't see if that one's going to work out so well.
Right.
So, I want to believe it's Ren, but I'm torn because I don't think that it's anybody that I think it's going to be. I think I'm going to find out and be like, what the hell?
Yeah. Okay.
Please tell me.
I don't disagree with Ren. Ren makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of things leading up to Ren. The big one for me is the medical pad, the prescription pad. That's like the big kicker for me.
Right.
But that does not say somebody couldn't have stolen it and forged his signature, so it could have just been a red herring false clue. Let's say I will and won't be surprised at the same time if it is. We have Aubrey James in chat saying Charles is not Big A, he's a red herring, which very well could be true.
Very well, yeah.
So I think A is Jason posing as Charles. However, he knows exactly where Charles is. I think he was visiting Charles at the apartment. I think he was in on the whole thing and was super secretive about it. Was going under the alias, and pushing to be Charles as in, something that maybe Charles was interested in doing, but was not capable of doing. Because Jason's really smart. He's really intelligent.
Right.
And he's been super shady. He's almost been bipolar.
Right. No,
I
definitely
would not put that past him. He would be upset at his family for
hiding,
for Charles disappearing.
Right, yeah.
All of that,
and making him feel stupid when he brought up Charles. Blah blah blah.
Yep. Allison could have, at the time when she was younger, she obviously played with Charles. And then if Charles did put her in the bathtub and, burned her, whatever,
Jason
would be very upset that Charles went away because of Allison and blames her for that.
Right.
And then the only thing I don't have is the tie-in as to why he would be stalking the girls. I'm sure there would be reasons that they would give out that would make sense. I could see them
Right.
finding a way to do it. I just don't have it off the top of my head.
I mean, I guess that would like kind of take care of the twin theory because it would be like he's bipolar, like he has multiple personalities. He's able, whatever. But
I think it's a
I don't
bait and
know.
switch. I think that's what it is with Charles, because throwing it around and saying Charles, and we know Charles is, the De Laurentiis son. So if it turns out that it's not actually Charles, then people are gonna be like, ooh, But if it's just like,
Yeah, but
oh,
I
okay,
mean,
it's Ren, Ren is Charles, and I don't know, it's not so shocking,
but when they wrote it, it was.
It was, yes, but I think they gave too
I
many.
just, I don't think it's. Oh, I'm like giving the fuck you, but
Right, right, right.
I don't think it's gonna be Ren. I don't think it's gonna be Jace. I don't think it's gonna be somebody that I don't know. Like, I mean, you're right. There's definitely a lot of reasons why it could be Jason. It does make sense. It does fit. I can't see it being Jason.
I don't know, because Jason. So the other theory I had is if it's not Jason, that Jason is still the one that killed his mother, because he was jealous that Charles was her favorite. Because they did throw at
Uh,
us that Charles may not have killed Mrs. D.
See, right.
I think it was Emily's mother that was saying that, and she goes, "Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to stick up for him. He's still done terrible things, but that doesn't necessarily mean he was the one that killed Mrs. De Laurentiis. It could
Right.
just,
And I agree with that
yeah,
because if she was the one who was, taking care of him and sheltering him and doing all this for him, why would, unless he, you know, hates that she did that and hates that she kept him a secret and, resents her for it.
right. So yeah, if Jason really resents everything that was going on and played favoritisms for Charles, and like
Right.
he was telling the story, remember a couple episodes ago where the flashback where he went to go visit, there's no way he didn't know somebody was in that house. There's no way.
Oh, yeah. No,
So
definitely.
I think there was a lot more to it, and I think he knew, and she was keeping it from him because he may have had some anger issues. So I think he finally snapped and killed her. I think Jason is involved in the main, like, this reveal some
Oh,
way, big shape, like, other than being a bystander that got tormented along with other people. I think he had a role to play significant in some
well,
piece
we'll
of this
find
puzzle.
out tomorrow at 8 p.m.
We will.
So
So
excited. I just can't contain my excitement.
I want it to be tomorrow right now.
Me too. Can we go to bed and wake up at not yeah, 8?
We could. But
Yeah, no, I can't sleep that long.
yeah,
And I have to go
yeah,
to the gym.
yeah. And I have to go to the gym with a boombox.
You did. Well, wait, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's only cardio and abs. It's
It's
not going to be
okay.
fun if you do it during that.
It's okay.
I need it. I need it when I'm like lifting things, you
Yeah,
know?
I'll come in and play something ridiculous, like Wrecking Ball. I don't know.
I came in like a second.
And I'll just swing in on a
Uh,
punching bag.
on a boombox.
Swing? No, I'll swing in a punching bag. It'll be great.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay, all right.
so I mean, I think that's everything we could talk about. You have anything else you want
No,
to mention?
I want to just watch tomorrow's episode.
Oh,
Is what I
okay.
want to do.
So
Oh
I
wait, wait.
guess I have two other questions.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think Redcoat is?
I
Or actually,
think
let me start. Let me go Black Widow. Who do you think Black Widow is?
I'm still going Melissa on that one.
Okay, and Redcoat.
Redcoat, I kind of really still am Cece on this one.
I mean, we've seen Cece wear the red coat before.
Right,
We've
and
seen Allison wear the red coat before.
well, I mean, we've pretty much seen everybody wear the freaking red coat before.
Right.
So it could be anybody, but I know Cece has something to do with this whole thing. I mean, she's been super freaking shady. And I want a reason to hate her. So can she just be red coat, please?
So
I'm
I
kind of simple minded with it.
I agree with Melissa on Black Widow. Um, I think Melissa may also be Redcoat.
Really?
I think she's playing
Like
a
she's
double role
playing
there.
multiple role?
Yeah.
Okay. It would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, Cece, I would love to see Cece as Redcoat again, but that's a little obvious, so I don't think it's going to be the obvious. Unless
Yeah.
Cece ends up being Black Widow and Melissa ends up being Redcoat, they could do that to mix
Switch it
things
off.
up a little.
Right.
Because I 100% could see that. But I know you completely disagree with me. I'm not saying that this is going to be answered in tomorrow episode.
Oh, I thought you were bringing up
I
Arya.
am bringing up Arya.
Oh, okay. Then
I
I do not take back my
I don't think
finger.
there's anything to do with Arya in any kind of reveal in any way, shape, or form in tomorrow's episode. Because if Arya is in fact involved, or if it is one of the girls, that is something we're not going to find out until the series finale episode. So
And it's not going to be Arya because she's stupid innocent.
I don't know. I'm just saying, these things didn't start until Arya got back from her trip. All the other girls were around.
They needed all of them to be there.
All the other girls were around. They could have gotten tormented. Arya was coming back regardless of whether they were going to be tormented or not, so there was nothing preventing that.
Right, but
And
why
then if they're all
torment
gone,
if you don't have all of them?
and then if they're all scattered and separated, and then Arya's coming back from her trip and they're reunited again, it's going to be fishy if A just shows up again. So I'm just saying, I think the
Well, it
series
wasn't
finale...
again.
I don't
A
know.
never was harassing them. A harassed Allie.
A was harassing them too. A harassed them all the way up to and directly targeted Arya's family for a lot of things. They targeted Arya's father for the being unfaithful in the relationship. There's
Yeah,
a
but
lot
that
of
was after.
it was the only time in the first season that somebody outside of the girls, like parents or anything like that, were directly targeted. So it's a
But
little
it
convenient
wasn't
that
the
Arya
only
was kind of
time.
upset with her dad at the time, and all of a sudden this
No,
comes to
because it
light
wasn't the only time that the parents were targeted. So you can't even
in the
like
first season.
in the first season,
Right?
yes. But
So
I
then there
mean, they
became
can't
other
have
reasons.
everything happen in the first season. I'm
Maybe.
just still saying, I mean, why torture three of them? It's this freaking TV show. They're not going to torture all of them, like just three of them when the other one's not there. They need all of them to make the group to be tortured together.
It's just convenient how Arya was in the
No, no, no.
box on the train, and she didn't get hurt. She just I don't know. There's just too much.
I
Too
don't
much
know. A
stuff.
lot of the girls have come close and not gotten hurt. So
Arya's been staple gunned through a sheet of plastic, to the wall and left
she has.
unharmed, and
Poor girl has it
she
bad.
was locked in the dark room. She's been targeted more than anybody else. So
No way. If you go back, she may be targeted physically more, but if you go back, a lot of the girls have had a lot of torment that the other girls haven't gotten as well. In certain times, they kind of pick one out and they go after them.
yeah, I don't see
I'm just
Arya being
saying.
innocent. I'm just saying.
She's stupid innocent.
No, she's really good at lying. She's probably the
No,
best liar of the group,
no,
hands down.
you're the best liar.
No, absolutely
You're like,
not.
wait, no, I don't want that title.
You are the best liar.
No. I don't want that title either.
Yeah.
I'm too honest to a fault. Come on, I just talked about how Allie looked bad. Poor
This is
girl,
true.
like.
It's true. I am also honest to a fault, and that's why I am pretty much an asshole. Anyway, so that wraps this podcast up. You guys can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You could also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Stay tuned next week where we will be discussing in depth the reveal.
Everything.
Yes. And we'll see how close we were. How
Probably
wrong
way
we
off.
were. Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely Arya.
No.
She's A.
She's innocent.
She's Redcoat.
She's innocent.
She's innocent tomorrow, but she's not innocent in a year from tomorrow.
She's innocent in a year from tomorrow.
Nope.
Yes.